Quintana. Today I'm going to show you how to make this festive menorah card using the circle framelits dies. Okay, let's get started. You're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 4.25 inches, and we're going to emboss it with the filigree frame embossing folder. You don't necessarily need to emboss the front of this card. It's just going to make the alignment of the menorah card a little easier. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got this piece centered on my embossing folder. And I'm going to run it through my texture boutique, but you can run it through your regular die cutter too. So I'm just going to run this through. Okay. I've got my piece embossed here. And then I'm going to need a piece of gold foil paper, and I've cut this piece to 3.5 inches by 1/4 inches. And I'm going to just put some adhesive on the back of here. This is Tombow that I'm using. Just a little line down the back of it. And I'm going to adhere this 1/4 inches from the bottom of my card. And it's easy to align because I can see the embossing kind of helps me center it. Okay. And next, you're going to need a piece of 4 by 4 gold foil cardstock. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a ruler and a pencil, and we're going to draw a line on the diagonal from corner to corner. This is actually the back side of the gold foil because it's hard to draw on the front of the gold foil. Okay, and now we need to bring in our big shot and the circle framelits, and you need 8 circle framelits to make this card. So I'm going to drop the biggest one on here first, and I'm going to try and get that centered on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep plopping down the rest of the circles from biggest to smallest. And you want to make sure they're equal distances apart. So once you've got them on there, just make sure that they've all got roughly the same space around them. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through. Okay. And I'm just going to move the big shot aside for a moment, and I'm just going to peel off these circle framelits one at a time. I'm going to try and keep my cardstock intact as I do it because it's a lot easier to cut the cardstock in half when they're all together. Okay, so if you can scoot this off here, you don't actually need this outer frame piece. You don't need to cut that. But now you see the pencil line right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut along it. Now if your little pieces fall apart, all you have to do is find the pencil lines on them and go ahead and cut them apart on the pencil lines. Okay, so you've got two pieces, so you can use one for another card, and we just need one for our card here. So I'm just going to leave that aside here, and we'll put the other ones over here. Okay, and now we bring back our card front, and we're going to start off by taking the largest semicircle. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive right along the back. Just a thin line of glue. I'm going to take that and I'm going to adhere it on my card. And you want to do it just a little bit below this top piece because the middle candle holder is supposed to be a little taller than the rest, okay? Then the next semicircle, you're going to discard. You don't need this one. And then the next one we're going to adhere. So turn that over. And we'll put some adhesive on this one. And you're going to leave a space. And then you're going to adhere the next one on there, just like that. And then again, you're going to discard the next one. And then the very next one you're going to adhere. So we just need some adhesive on here, like that. Let's get this off to the side and go ahead and glue the next piece on here. And then you're going to discard the next one. And then you've got this last semicircle. And then this one just needs to be glued down. Like so. Okay. And then this little piece can be thrown away. Okay, now we need to cut a little base for our menorah. So I need another piece of gold foil. And we need to bring the Big Shot back into the picture. And you need to find the second smallest framelit that you used earlier. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and cut a small circle using that framelit. Make sure it's actually, the magnetic platform sometimes causes the circles to move. So if that happens, just move it to a different part of the platform and then it usually will stay. You never fight the magnets because that doesn't work. Just move them. Okay, so I've got my little circle. Get that out of the way. And now we're just going to need to cut the circle in half. And I'm just going to roughly cut it in half and bring our Menorah card base back in. And we just need to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this one. And we're going to adhere the circle with the flat side down to the bottom, like so. Okay. And now what I've done is I've cut, these are going to be our little candle pieces, and they are really tiny. They are 1 inch by 1/8 inches. So I've just cut a whole bunch in different colors. You can choose one color if you like, but I've noticed that some of the menorah candles are different colors, so I thought it would be fun to have different colored ones. So just going to dump those right there. And I'm going to use this Tombow, and I'm just going to draw some thin lines right above my candle holders. Just really tiny lines. Now the candles are 1 inch, so I'm kind of doing 1 inch. And one more. And then I kind of want my blue candle in the middle, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick that one down first. And then the rest of them, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick them all down. It's kind of fun. Just grabbing different colors. Two more to go. Okay, so we've got all the candles, and now what we need to do is create some little flames for the tops of the candles. So I've got some shimmer paper here. This is champagne shimmer paper, and I'm going to go ahead and just punch 5 hearts out of this champagne shimmer paper. And then all we need to do to make the flames is we need to cut these little pieces in half. So just go ahead and cut them in half. Don't lose them. They're tiny. Just from the top part of the heart down to the tip. This little heart punch is from the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack. Okay, and then to make it faster, I'm just going to go ahead and put like a little dollop of glue above each of the candles, so I don't have to adhere them. I don't have to come back with the glue each time. I've kind of just got my little spots ready. So then just go ahead and pop these guys down. There's 9 candles in all. And you're going to have one little flame left over at the end because this actually makes 10. But you can save that one if you want to. It's right over here. You can save that one if you want to for your next card, because you actually have, when you cut those semicircles, you have enough to make an extra card. So there you go. And then since this is a card front, I want to attach it to a card base. So I've cut a piece of cardstock 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I've scored it in half on the middle. And I'm just going to fold it here. And then you can just run some glue around the edges. And just stick this right on the front. Make sure it's aligned. Okay, and then stick it down. And there you go. Oh, we lost my little flame. He's still, there you go. You have a beautiful card to give someone for Hanukkah. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now.